Welcome to the Entrepreneurial CPA Show. If you've watched an episode before, welcome back. If this is your first time, thanks for tuning in. Let's talk about how we can punch above our weight and break free of that box, as we like to say. And as always, we'd like to hit you up with the theoretical and practical skills you need to evolve into becoming an entrepreneurial CPA. I'm Garrett Wagner, here to challenge you to do something different. And I'm here with the boxing bad boy of Bitcoin that just won't stop, Dr. Sean.
Thanks for that, Garrett.
Before we get started today, Dr. Sean, don't we have a big event coming up down your way in New York City?
Well, so I do think we do, actually. So it's the accounting show, and it's happening at the Javits Center. So it's in Manhattan. So I know for Garrett, I do think for you it's going to be like a plane trip, like a horse and buggy ride, and a train, right?
Trying into the U.S. first, right? See if the
yeah, obviously you have to get into the country first, but for the rest of us, it should be pretty easy. And so I do want to emphasize, though, that the two of us are going to be doing live, I think, CPE sessions, live panels. And then the two of us are doing a keynote presentation on the entrepreneurial sort of entrepreneurial spirit mindset, and how to do it, basically, both on an individual level and at your firm. And just a quick note: there are 100 CPE credits open for anybody who is there for the whole time, and the conference is, I believe, free to, I think, show up for, Garrett, right?
Yeah, free conference. Right. Invest in yourself. Go there. If you're close enough to drive, go there. If you're in the surrounding 3 areas, make a trip out of it. Spend some time in New York City. Check it out. Say hi to me, Dr. Sean.
Oh, no.
Love to see you. Now, for today's show, we're proud to let you know it's brought to you by Prolera, reminding you that CPE doesn't have to be a grind, and nor should it. Be deliberate in your learning. And Handrock Solutions, they provide the roadmap to advisory services, which is what we're all moving towards. So what are you waiting for? You should really check them out. On today's show, since it's conference season, after all, in the accounting profession, and a lot of you will be on the road attending some amazing conferences and events, we thought we'd go over some road warrior tips to stay connected while you're traveling around the country. So with that, I'm more than happy to kick it over to Dr. Sean.
All right, thanks for that, Garrett. And so, any advice or insights that I'm going to offer of today are just, I think, garnered from my own personal experience on the road, right?
Yeah.
So probably the one sort of overarching tip that I would always push is to always buy some batteries, for your phone. Your phone, tablet, computer, buy them online, buy them at Staples. You buy them anywhere. There are a whole host of options out there, right? Mm-hmm. Buy batteries to, I think, keep your devices, charged, up to date, and to help you sort of stay connected, right? Because I do think that a big part of being on site at any sort of conference, whether, it's accounting, it's insurance, it could be anything. But a big aspect of that is to really be in touch, both on the conference side and then with all of the individuals who aren't able to be there, right? And so then that actually ties into point number 2, is to really sort of after the conference, right? After the conference, right? After all of the selfies, right? Because we all take selfies. I know I take quite a bit. I know Garrett is always aggravated at me for that. But I take quite a bit of selfies. And, honestly, sort of the whole point of being on site and being, in person there is to be able to learn things and to then bring them back to your clients, to your managers, partners, or your actual current customers, right? To be able to bring them new ideas and sort of ways of doing business. And I do think that ties into the whole entrepreneurial sort of mindset that we are always emphasizing here. And sort of the entrepreneurial mindset, it it can always be a IT focus, like on AI and on blockchain, which I'm always a big fan of. And I do know that Garrett is a big advocate, really, of training, onboarding, and really sort of emphasizing all of these topics, and sort of taking those ideas and concepts and then actually turning them into actual business ideas and options, right? Both internally and externally. So I'd say if I had to boil it down before I toss it back to Garrett, for being on the road, which I am all the time, I'm always on the road. I'm always, all over the country, is to one, always pick up batteries. And then two, to really sort of take advantage of any opportunities that are out there to to engage in a new idea, and then B, to take the time to analyze these new ideas and to really sort of hammer home on sort of how to emphasize those ideas and to turn them into actually business options, both internally and externally. And with that, I'm going to toss it back to Garrett.
Thanks, Dr. Sean. And yeah, I think it's important. We all live on our devices nowadays, between our iPhones, our iPad, maybe our Surface, our watches. We got to keep them plugged in. Got to keep them going. Very important. We want to keep the alerts going. But yeah, it's conference time, and we go to these conferences to learn. And one of the things to be an entrepreneurial CPA is you got to love to learn. You got to love to absorb that knowledge. So it's very important to go and to learn these skills, learn these new ideas while you're there. But something that's very important with all the technology we have nowadays, all the almost distractions, it's really challenge everyone watching. If you want to get the most out of it, be present in the sessions you're at. Because it can be very easy nowadays to be on your computer, be on your tablet, be on your phone, checking emails, responding to texts, surfing the web, doing a million different things. You're paying money to be there. Be present while you're there. Make a commitment to that 50 to that 90-minute session you're attending. Be present. Pay attention. Absorb that knowledge. And I love what Dr. Sean said. If you use that knowledge when you leave, think about how you can apply it back to your firm. And we've done some great sessions here on vision, and we talk about that, and that's really what it comes down to, is take that idea and move past what we call shiny penny disease of, hey, I heard them talk about AI. You go back to your firm and say, we're going to do AI. So really think about, why should we do AI? And what does that mean for your firm today, tomorrow, in the future? What does it mean for your customers? What does it mean for your people? What's driving that? So you can understand it, so you can make an intelligent decision. But you've got to take what you learn in there and put it into practice. You don't have to put everything into practice. But as we say, how do we end the show, Dr. Sean? We challenge you to take action every day and invest in yourself. Learn from the conference.
And also, Garrett, I think we do have to also point out that you have to punch above your weight.
Got to keep punching. So, Dr. Sean, let me ask you this. We're both busy. We're both to be traveling out over the next couple of weeks.
Yep.
Besides the battery, what's your biggest tip for everybody watching? Travel plane-wise, what's your plane travel tip?
So plane-wise, I'd say, always eat. Always eat everywhere that you possibly can, because I eat a lot, and I know Garrett probably eats a lot too. And I know eating on the road can always be a issue, right? Because the food options aren't always optimal. But if there was one tip that I had to sort of hammer home, it's to always eat at every opportunity. And then two, sort of part B to that, because I'm going to add a part B, because I always do, is to, I would always try to bring a, magazine or a book or some kind of information that you have been wanting to read, but you haven't had the opportunity to actually do so. And, I know that two of us can obviously, I think, understand this. On a plane, the internet isn't always that good. But if you do have a book or an article or a magazine that you want to read, bring it with you. Open up that magazine, read it, and then have that information with you, to help you sort of make, to help you, make better business choices internally, and to help advise your clients, I think, better going forward.
I like it. I like it. I'll just add on that. I think, I love to eat, so I'm with you on that one.
Gotta eat, man. Gotta eat.
when it comes to reading, I'm a huge fan of audiobooks.
Yep.
And I got to tell everybody watching out there, your local library has free audiobooks. There's a number of apps, like Overdrive is what I use. Get free audiobooks from your library. It doesn't cost you anything. What are you waiting for? Whether I'm in the car ride, the train, the plane, wherever it is.
Yeah, whatever it is. Yeah.
Always absorbing that knowledge in an audiobook when I've got the time to check it out.
Yeah.
So with that, I want to thank everybody, as always, for tuning in today for the tips how to be a better road warrior. If you've got questions on this, you want to know what's in our travel bag, what do we take notes with, how do we look at our notes, how do we make action happen when we get back from these conferences, hit us up with some questions. We're happy to provide that insight for you. For those of you that are liking what we're talking about today and you want to keep that learning going, you want to take things to that next level at your life, in your firm, we've got the coaching solution to help you do that. Check out our entrepreneurial CPA groups. There's a link below to our website. Check it out. Don't forget, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Get alerted to when new episodes come out. And as always, we challenge you to take action today to change the world. That's what it's all about. And invest in yourself.